with compassion and honor. At the Whittick Riley Frears Funeral Home, our mission is simple: to provide the finest quality service possible to every family we serve. The Whittick Riley Frears Funeral Home, serving you with dignity and respect.
There are currently no funeral announcements to report.
Welcome to Moving Forward, sponsored by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860 and FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for joining us here this morning for Moving Forward. I want to take a quick moment and thank our sponsors, Muscatine Power and Water. Mocklink Phone is coming to this area before you know it, so be sure to check it out, mpw.org. Well, joining us here in the studio this morning, Jason Miller, the Special Olympics Program Director here in Muscatine. How are you this morning, Jason?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Glad to have you in. We're glad to be talking to you.
Me.
We want to talk to you a little bit about Special Olympics first because I remember it was just about the time that I was getting started here that you guys had I think you faced off against the police department, the fire department in some basketball. I think it was
last February.
That was it. Really, all the way back in February. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been playing them a number of years, so going back into the 90s.
Oh, no kidding.
So we've been organizing that for a long time, and the police department just got involved the last couple of years. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, so what else has been going on? I know you mentioned before that you just got done with a couple of youth camps that had just been happening the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple camps that not too many people know about. It's called Can Do Camp. And so the camp idea is for kids with special needs, youth. The 3-week camp that we had just finishing off this last week is for youth 4 to 12-year-olds. And then this week, starting today actually, we have a camp starting for teenagers all the way up until high school when they finish transition school so they can have a camp to go to. And it's a day camp. So the focus is on exploring Muscatine, what Muscatine has to offer. So we go to the art center, we do some bowling, we go to the movies, the parks for the youth kids. We go to a lot of the parks, Discovery Learning Center. So this way they can see their environment when they get older. They're used to going to the movie theaters. What's the process of buying a movie ticket? And so there's some educational aspect, but for the most part, it's a recreation camp.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So what now I wanted to ask, I guess this is one of the first things I want to ask is, what is it like working with kids that may have some of those different needs?
Yeah. So my main job is Special Olympics, and then this camp is really secondary. So I set up the camp and get it ready, but I have camp counselors that run it, and they do an amazing job. But to work with people with disabilities, it's something that I've grown up with my whole life. So my father ran the program before me. And so when I was younger, I would just go with him to practices, and I'd hang out or play or practice with these guys. And so it was just my environment growing up. So it was second nature in a lot of aspects. When I went off to school, I knew this was something that I wanted to do, so that was my main focus area. And
that's very cool.
And so, and then when he retired, taken over about 10 years ago, it was just a nice transition because we had the same philosophy and knew a lot of the same people. So it made that transition for those guys a lot easier, just knowing me. So
gotcha.
that was nice. Yeah.
That did sound like it was nice.
Yeah.
So also wanted to ask about Special Olympics because we've got some other stuff to talk about too.
Yeah.
But your national games that are coming up, and this is, you said it's a once every 4 years event.
Yes. So there's national games, which is hosted in the United States. It's all 50 states coming together.
Oh, wow.
4 years ago it was in New Jersey. This upcoming Friday, we leave and take 2 athletes, Travis Moss and Brad Small, and we've got another coach from Muscatine, Tim Atkins. And we're going to be traveling to Seattle, Washington.
Wow.
Travis competing in swimming, Brad in powerlifting.
Cool.
And so, that doesn't happen very often. But then also there's international games, which is, the world. So you can go anywhere. Like 3 years ago, I believe it was in Los Angeles. This next year, it'll be in Abu Dhabi.
Really?
Yeah. So
wow.
Now we haven't had anybody qualify for that or get selected for that. Yeah, and then there's also winter games on top of that. But in Muscatine, we have 13 sports, and we run those sports year-round. So we always have something going on. We have district competitions. We have, like you mentioned, the games versus the firefighters, so extra stuff like that, which is kind of fun. So there's always something for them to do. And we're in softball season right now, so we have 3 teams. We have over 60 athletes between softball teams, and then we have a sport called softball skills.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. So now this is all happening. How soon did you say that you're going to national?
Oh, this Friday. And
Friday?
Yeah, this Friday we leave, and then we come back July 7th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to be gone.
Well, that is quite a trip. Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
it is.
Goodness.
Yeah. Yep.
So, well, that sounds like it'll be a lot of fun, and it's really cool that you guys are being able to take a couple of athletes up there to compete because, so it's once every 4 years, and you said they're competing in powerlifting and swimming.
Yep.
How did they get to that point where they qualify for that?
Yeah. So when they compete throughout the year, they earn ribbons at district tournaments. If they get a first place ribbon, then they get to go on to state. You compete at state, you get a gold medal. The more gold medals that you rack up in a 3-year period, the better your chances are to get selected to go to national games. So there's so many people that in the state, there's over 14,000 athletes in the state of Iowa. In Muscatine, we have 150 to 160 of those athletes. So it's hard to get everybody to go to national games. In fact, there's only 37 across the state of Iowa that are going to national games, and 2 of them are from Muscatine.
Wow.
When it first started back in the 60s, 70s, in the 1980s, we used to have like almost 200 athletes from across the state go, and now it's only 30-some. So if that tells you the process and how hard it is to get into to those national level games. But
sounds like it's no joke.
Yeah, no, it's serious competition. When you get there, it's all out. In fact, in Iowa, we have an elite athlete that's going to be running in what's called high performance. So he runs like a 12-second 100-meter dash.
Wow.
Which is really fast.
That is fast.
For an athlete of that caliber to compete at national games, he'll be highlighted at the national games. I'll be coaching him in track and field, and he's just an amazing athlete, really fast sprinter.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that's how it sounds like it's going to be really interesting and sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have a good time while you're out there and compete well while you're at the national games. Now, we also want to ask about Over the Edge that's going to be coming up. I don't think I've talked too much about it. I spoke with Lindsay Phillips months ago. I remember months ago. And she said, I can't give you very many details now, and we can't talk about it on air, but Over the Edge is going to... No, that's what she said. She said before we started, she's I can't give you too many details because not everything's ironed out, but we're going to have something cool coming up. And so now...
we got everything ironed out, and we're ready to
let's hear about everything. So Over the Edge, what is it?
Over the Edge. So Over the Edge is a company that comes in, and they rig a building so that people can rappel down the side. And they do it for nonprofits. It's for a fundraiser. And so the 3 nonprofits that our focus is on is Special Olympics, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and the Chamber Ambassadors.
Okay.
And so people that want to take part in this event, I set up a web page. They get their platform, say what it's for, put their picture on there, and then they raise $1,000 to go over the edge. And so right now we have over 30 people around here in Muscatine signed up. We're looking to get at least 92 spots are available. So we've got quite a few more people to do that. But it's a nice, unique, different fundraiser. It's not your typical like 5K or bake sale. So we're trying to come up with new creative ways to raise money for our programs that ultimately benefit the people that we work with. So Lindsay and I are housed in the Muscatine Community YMCA. Which is nice because our missions and our philosophies all line up. And so, we're kind of missing out on some opportunities to get money from other places. So we're trying to, make up for that.
Gotcha.
So that's what we're doing. Yeah, awesome. Over the Edge of October 19th is going to be the date. And so I don't know what involvement we'd like to get you involved in, but
October 19th.
It's on a Friday.
I have to think for a second of how far away that is. So now is June.
Yeah.
And I don't want to count out my months here, but I'm just trying to think just how far away that is.
Sure.
So that's still plenty of time to get signed up. So how can people get in touch with you guys to get signed up? And what is the process? Is there you have to make a certain donation to be considered to go over the edge?
Yeah,
okay.
Good question. So You can get a hold of us at the Muscatine YMCA, 263-9996. We can help you through that process. There's a website that you go to, and you create your page, your platform page. In fact, I've got it right here, so I'll just give you that. So that's the website that you go to.
Okay. So you can go to that, and that'll get you the information that you need in order to find out how you can.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. You sign up. You create your platform page. You share that page, whether it's via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I set up my page. It took less than 5 minutes, and I shared it on Facebook. That's all I did, and I had $600 raised.
Wow.
Of my $1,000. Yeah.
That's really cool.
So there's an $85 registration fee. However, that goes towards your $1,000. So it's like your first donation towards your rappel. So and that also means that you're committed towards the cause.
So does this group that is the group that comes in that goes lets you go over the
outfit,
edge?
Yeah.
Is that do they provide that for free? Like is that that's a
No, so there's cost for them to come in and do that. Yeah, just like any fundraiser, there's always some overhead.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So the $1,000. That what goal is that? What is the goal of that? $1,000. That's for Special Olympics and for Big Brothers. Okay.
Yep. So all that $1,000 will go towards helping those 3 organizations.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so,
I was just trying to. Get
so what we did is we went ahead and we went out and got sponsors to cover all of our overhead, so that when people sign up to go over the edge, that money is going towards those nonprofits and it's staying here in Muscatine. And that's what's nice to know is that when people are helping us out, that their money is going to stay here local. And so we want to make sure that we tell them that.
That is great. That's great.
So.
So now, I think I saw a Facebook post of Lindsay standing on the top of a building.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the old hotel? Is that the one that you were rappelling off, or is it off the Merrill?
You could see it. You could see it off in the background. So I was on there, and then we also had somebody else from representing in our executive board, Mary Jo, and she's so between the 3 of us, we were actually on the top of the building doing 3 videos.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, Lindsay was on there, and we're posing these challenges. They're give or go challenges, and so just trying to get more involvement and trying to get people to do it. So, but a great view. It's 94 feet. And so it's a ways down. When you look at it from the street, you're like, oh, it's the Laurel building. It's not really that. It's a beautiful building. It's attached to Stanley Consultants. They own it. And so, but when you're up there, it's pretty high. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that spooks me. I remember I went to a camp one time. They had us stand. We crawled up the rock wall, and then they had a zip line to go down.
Yeah.
I mean, it was maybe 30, 35 feet
Sure,
in the air, and
yeah.
I couldn't step off that platform on that zip line.
That's the hardest part,
I was
right?
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
First, I was just like, I don't know if this
Yeah.
thing's gonna hold me up.
Right,
let
right.
alone let me get to the ground safely.
I was just talking to one of my friends who's going to do it, Brad Bark, and he's as nervous as I'll get up because he's not good with heights. And it's that initial like looking over and turning around because you rappel down and then you actually just pull a lever to go down. But that initial like going off the side and like seeing down, that's got to be the hardest part. But then once you're out there, you just pull a lever and go down and enjoy the nice view. And so, but we also want to make this kind of a party atmosphere. So when people go there, they're having a good time. When they get down to the end, we're going to have some food and some prizes and some things for people to do. And so
Cool.
Yeah, so we're hoping to make this kind of a big event that we do every year.
Awesome. So this is going to be October 19th.
October
that we're going to be, and this is going to be the first one, right?
This is the first one that we've ever done. Now they've Over the Edge does hundreds of these a year, and so they've had 0 incidents. They're completely safe. They rigged the building to be like an OSHA work site, so it's completely safe. Yeah, they've had no problems and a lot of fun. They've had a bee sting, I think. So somebody got stung by a bee. They've had a crack window that they settled out of. Somebody actually accidentally stepped on like the side of the window and cracked it.
I'm sure you can have that from time to time.
Yeah.
But well, that's really cool. So, folks, now you can get in contact with them out there at Big Brothers Big Sisters and Special Olympics and figure out how to get signed up, what you have to do to get ready to go over the edge.
Yeah.
We're
excited about it. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll be out there watching in with a little bit of anxiety as I watch people come down the building. But
if we get some of your crew to sign up and go over the edge,
I'll do some talking to folks.
Maybe we can get a Vintage Sound AM 860 team your team to go over the edge.
We'll have
get a crew to go.
We'll have to see. I'll have to be asking about that because that would be a lot of fun. Now, I don't know if I would be able to do that, but I'll ask around. So that sounds like it's a lot of fun.
Sure.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for coming in to share with
thanks,
us.
Jordan. Thanks for
tell
having
us
me
all about this event that's going to be coming up and also about Special Olympics, all that you do here in Muscatine. So,
well, thanks for having me on.
This has been a real pleasure. Once again, Jason Miller, Special Olympics Program Director, joining us here on Moving Forward. Thank you so much, Jason. We really appreciate having you in.
Thanks, Jordan.
And I also want to take just a quick moment, thanks to our sponsor, MPW. Say hello to Mocklink Phone, your new local phone company. Fiber customers get it now. Switching is easy, and you can keep your old number. Learn more at mpw.org. This has been Moving Forward on thevoiceofmuscatine.com.
We'd like to thank MPW Digital TV and Mocklink Internet, the local providers, for sponsoring Moving Forward on KWPC AM 860, FM 95.1, the voice of Muscatine. If you have a suggestion for a guest, we'd like to hear from you. Call our business line at 263-2442 or click mail at voiceofmuscatine.com. It's Moving Forward, weekdays at 8:15.